how wild of a ride it's going to be tonight. I'm kind of low key. Hey, it's Eugene and Cyrus for EG Live. What's going on, everyone? Silver Wings is here.
Silver Wings.
Yeah, Silver Wings is here. His comment, let's go and add that here real quick. Does GameStop even have enough money to buy eBay? We will get to that in just a moment, sir, because that was the funniest part of this whole story. It's been a few minutes since we've done this show, but I was looking and there's not a lot of big stories, that the type of stuff that we would cover, at least. Devastator Omega wrote he was first. Now, granted, he wrote that at like 11:30 a.m. this morning. So, yes, you were first. I don't know if he's still here or not, though, but we'll see how it goes.
Constructicon superior. And I don't remember the quote.
No, Soundwave superior. Constructicon's inferior.
Yeah. We from the most powerful robot, Devastator. We should lead. That's what it was.
Funny enough, I actually watched a couple of different reaction videos to that. I don't know why. I was on a weird rabbit hole today at work while I was updating iPads. And I was just thinking, I was like, I get it. The reason why a lot of these people do reaction videos is because they want to see people's genuine reaction to something, like going in blind on something.
You're breaking up.
Am I?
We're having thunderstorms, people, so yeah, there might be problems.
So if I kind of go in and out a little bit, that's why.
It might be, since you're streaming, it might look like I'm breaking up.
No, you seem fine. Like, I don't know what's going on. So, but we'll see how it goes. Anyway, so I was watching some of these videos, and I just got to thinking, I was just like, I understand this is your honest to God, blind reaction to this, but I'm just like, I wish I could be there to give you a little bit of background as to why this was important or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, because like trying to explain to someone's just like, watching, the death of all the Autobots and stuff at the beginning of the movie, and you're just like, oh man, they're killing a lot of characters. It's like, no, guys, Hasbro had no clue, had no relation to what they had created. They are just like, oh, we're just clearing out the old stock. We're introducing new stock. That's all this is just a big commercial.
This is what they say. This is the story they're feeding us now. But I don't
know. I've seen multiple interviews with the writers, and they're just like, yeah, we generally didn't know. Believe me, had they known, they wouldn't have done that, because they were getting death threats at their homes from parents who were just like, you have ruined my child's life. What did you do?
What I'm saying is, Eugene, these people are writers. They came up with a story because they deliberately wanted to screw us up. And then it worked, and they were like, oh, no, this is too effective. We're going to get... What are we going to tell them? Oh, tell them we didn't know. Tell them
fair enough. But yeah, it's like, that's the type of stuff I'm just like, if you just knew how heartbreaking this was to an 8 or 9 year old boy.
Dude, in the theater. This happened at the same time as we had so much tragedy when we were kids. This happened the same year the shuttle blew up. Like, what were they thinking? Like, they had high expectations for our ability to cope with tragedy. I'll tell you that. So really, it's a compliment if you think about it.
Anytime anyone brings up the shuttle, we'll bring it. Like, Christy's the one that remembers it more than I do. I don't really remember it that much, but she definitely remembers sitting there watching it and then just like wheeling the card out and was just like, all right, well, let's go back to class. And it's just like nothing happened. Nothing.
They had been at my school. They had been hyping us up. We're not going to go on this forever, but they had been talking to us and hyping us up for a long time that Christy McCullough was going to be teaching classes from space. Mm-hmm. And we were doing all this space research and learning all this stuff. We were making little Earths and models and things. It's about talking about what it would be like to be in Space Camp. Remember the movie Space Camp that came out? Like, we were like, everything was about space. Everything. Ronald Reagan was putting up friggin' lasers in space that were gonna, Star Wars was real, people. Mm-hmm. And then things, it went bad. It was not good.
Yes, they did. So, yeah. All right. Well, with that, I guess let's go ahead and jump into a happy story, I guess. Not even the first story, honestly. Time to bring it back. It's that time of year, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh.
for the summer. I should work on an intro. Anyway, because I don't already overly produce the
show.
Yeah. So this is week 3. Number 1 spot is still Devil Wears Prada 2. Made $18 million this last weekend. $175 million this movie has brought in. I knew it was going to do well. I didn't know it was going to do that well. So
I think we need to be prepared for some broken hearts and dark horses.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Mortal Kombat 2 brought in $13 million. It's currently sitting at $62 million. I don't think it's going to cross that $100 million mark. I don't think it's in the cards for it. So have you heard anything about it? Because I haven't really heard anything.
Pierre, who was on the Super Duper Retro show with me and PJ Sunday night, did a review for Mortal Kombat 2 at the beginning of our show.
Okay.
He says it's very good. He gave it 7.5. So that's pretty good, I think. It's not like, one of the all-time greats. He's like, it's not as good as the original Mortal Kombat movie, but he said it was pretty good. Carl Urban apparently is very good. So
nice. Yeah, I won't watch it until it comes to VOD, and then I'll probably watch it then. So
I think I'm going to go see it. I think I want to see it in the theater. I'd like to. I want to see some movies this summer. This weekend we're going to go watch the Star Wars, the Grogu.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm probably going to... I kind of need to wait for the next paycheck, so it's probably going to be a week or so, and I'm sure I'll go see it. I need to... You know what? I haven't even asked the boys if they wanted to go see it yet. I'm sure Nick will probably be a yes. I don't know. Alex may or may not be. I don't know. I don't think he's as into Star Wars anymore as he used to be. So every so often something comes up and he's like, oh, that's interesting. But
then I think you really don't have any choice. You're going to have to shame him. You're going to have to be like, we're going to go see Star Wars. Are you not going to go see Star Wars with us? Like, what's wrong with you? Like, really?
That might work.
I guess. If you don't want to see it, I guess. We just won't do things as a family then, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, no, when we get to the last part of the show tonight, I'll tell you about, laying it on a little thick with them on some things. Number 3, The Sheep Detectives, $9 million this weekend, $29 million overall. Kind of thought that was going to do better than it is, but it's not doing.
I've heard it's very good. I've heard that's very good.
Yeah, I've heard good things about it too. Obsession, $16 million. It actually just came out this weekend. Hokum, which a lot of people had it on their top 10. I have no idea about what this movie is, but
it could be about anything. Like, seriously, you could just start telling people you saw it and tell them just make up some story. Nobody would know.
I know, right?
You haven't seen Hokum? Dude, that was a wild movie. Kangaroos fighting aliens? It was weird.
Hell yeah. Number 6, Billie Eilish. For as much hype as this thing got, and the fact that James Cameron was all about, I've got all this new technology I'm putting into this movie and everything. I bet he spent more money than the total gross on this movie just on cameras, knowing him.
You know what? I have a theory about Billie Eilish. She's aged out of her demographic.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, she was super popular with the tweens, and she's too old for them now. There's a lot of them that are like, she's old, and she's like, what, 19 or 20 or something?
Something like that. Yeah, she's not. Yeah.
She's old. You remember? You remember?
I remember. Animal Farm at $5 million, Deepwater at $4 million, In the Gray at $3 million, and Is God Is at $2 million. Needless to say, after this weekend, there's definitely going to be some big shakeups. Now, the question is will Star Wars overtake Devil Wears Prada 2? I don't think it can make $175 million opening weekend.
Did you ever?
But it'll definitely be number 2.
Did you ever think you would make this statement to say, I hope the new Star Wars movie can beat the Devil Wears Prada 2?
Nope. There's no alternate universe where that was going to happen. At least not predictably. We
live in the stupidest timeline. We really do.
Oh, yeah, pretty much so. Which brings us to our top 10. Number 1 is Ray. He was number 1 last week as well. Josh W. at number 2. Travis Williams at number 3. Actually tied is Travis Martin. The Last Line is in there, also tied at number 3. Brad and Bruce as well for number 3. And then we get down to number 6, Mike P and Sean M. And me and my friend Bev are currently tied at number 10 in the number 10 spot. And I think we've got like 18, 19 players. So,
oh, good.
Yeah. So there's going to be.
Oh, there was some kind of problem. There was some kind of problem with who was it that said they tried to submit it and it didn't count or something?
Oh, no. It did. It's just because he wasn't in the top 10 when I posted it. That's why.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mentioned it. I was like, no, you got in. It was there. So
okay.
But yeah, just have to wait until maybe your movies move up a little higher. So
these numbers are this is in total flux. This will absolutely change. Very quickly. Yes, absolutely.
That's one of the things I love about this game is it just all it takes is one weekend to completely flip everything around. So
I suck at this game, people. If I've never said that, I never have done good at this. Ever.
I've done all right on this one. I might have won it once, but I honestly don't remember. I don't think I've ever won the fall one. You've kicked ass in the fall one a lot of times. So that one seems to you seem to grok that one a little better than I do.
Well,
so.
There's a lot of in the other game. There's a lot tied up in the actual choosing. Like, this one is out of my control. Mm-hmm. But the other game, you do have some control because of how things are picked.
True.
So that's why I can do better, because for some reason, very few people try the strategy that I try. I don't know why. It just works out.
I think this fall that might change, though. I think the next time we do it, some people are going to be like, no, I'm not letting Cy have that for $1. That's not happening.
Right. They're on to me, damn it. They're on to me.
I know, right? All right, let's go ahead and move on to our first story, and that is our Paramount Warner Brothers update. Not really a lot to say here except for Paramount.
I was just going to ask real quick, is my mic too loud? Am I okay?
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay.
So
sometimes it's too loud.
Yeah, Paramount is currently defending the merger in California with the California Attorney General. The only way they're saying is Paramount is saying the only way they can compete against other online services is for this to go through. And that's because Warner Brothers Discovery has about 5% of the online streaming market. Paramount has 5.8%. Netflix has 32%. Disney at 16% and Amazon at 15%. And then they're saying, oh, well, if we combine, we'd only make up a quarter of the domestic box office at the movie theaters. I'm like, that's a lot. Like, I don't think you're making the case you think you're making, guys.
Yes. I do not think that means what you think it means.
Yes. So
inconceivable.
But yeah, that was just a quick update on that, because that is still happening. So I don't think it actually wraps up until next year. So there's still lots of things that could get in the way with this thing, but who knows? All right, moving on. RAMageddon update. It's going up. Let's see. Last time it was $4.53. Actually, it dropped down a few dollars on Amazon, but it went way up on Newegg.
Ooh. Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow. Newegg.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah, but it's this specific 32 gig DDR5 with the LEDs. This Corsair Vengeance. I mean, you can find cheaper, but I picked one just to kind of track. And
what does max mean?
The maximum previously that it was at was $510, so it's blown past the maximum that we previously had. So,
good Lord.
Yeah, can you imagine paying almost $600 for 2 sticks of RAM?
For RAM?
I know.
For freaking RAM. Like, dude, maybe I should sell my RAM for my computer.
Dude, it crossed my mind with Nick's computer because he's got 2 sticks of DDR5 in there. I'm just like, problem is, I was like, do I really want to have to deal with that shit? Like, because you just know someone would be like, well, it didn't work. Well, then send it back. No.
Oh, see,
yeah, I don't want to deal with that shit.
Yes, I understand. Yes. This is why I don't sell a lot of stuff that I could sell. Because it's like,
exactly. Oh, but that's a RAMageddon update. All right, so back to what Silver Wings was bringing up. So this story is actually a little old, but I wanted to talk about it because it's so ridiculous. eBay rejected a proposed $65 billion takeover bid from GameStop. I remember when this story came out, I was like, this is a joke, right? Like, y'all are joking. This is April 1st. Ha ha, everyone. April 1st, everyone. No, it's May. So what the hell? The board at eBay came back and said this is neither credible nor attractive.
Yeah.
Like, they were just very matter of fact about it. They were basically offering $125 per share, and it was unsolicited. Like, they just came out of the blue and was like, hey, we want to buy eBay for $125 per share. And part of it will be in stock and part of it will be in cash, and it'll be a great deal. And like, eBay was just like, what? Going back to Silverwing's question, eBay is valued at $48 billion. GameStop is valued at 10.3.
Oh, yes.
How is the little fish trying to swallow the big fish? This is ridiculous.
I don't know if you have information about this, but I had been seeing videos and reading articles talking about the CEO of GameStop, that he may have initiated this as a ploy to temporarily boost the value of the stock of GameStop, knowing full well there was no way this was going to go through because of the amount of debt they would have to incur to make this happen.
Right.
But it was some sort of a calculated, timed thing that he did based on his bonus. Like, there's people. I mean, there's some interesting stories. I don't know enough about it to really tell you because I'll probably get stuff wrong. But what was talked about is that this was never a real offer. It was basically just for the purposes of temporarily increasing the value of the stock of GameStop.
I could see that. See, the third thing on here that I read, it was proposed that the 1,600 GameStop stores could authenticate and fulfill eBay orders. And I thought, that's what I thought. I thought, oh, that's why they're trying to pivot. Physical games, they know physical games is just not like, there's a push to get them back, but come on, like, I don't see wide scale physical games really coming back. And so they're selling, random stuff. They're not selling well. That's why they keep shutting down stores. And I was like, this is their idea of how we're going to pivot pivot this is we're going to basically become the place where you go to take stuff. You remember those old eBay stores? Like, I never was in one, but do you remember eBay stores back when like eBay was super huge and that was a thing?
Yeah.
So
very briefly, yes.
Yeah, like that to me, that's what I thought. It was like, oh, this is them trying to do that instead. It's like, oh, this is our way to save our company essentially.
Well, I'll tell you this past weekend, GameStop started running a sale on a whole bunch of stuff, physical stuff that they have. And I actually ended up buying 4 games for $15 a pop that were normally like $50, $60 games, like Switch games and stuff. And there's a bunch of PS5, Xbox, like it's not just Switch stuff, but they're selling like the last Call of Duty for $15. I mean, like a whole bunch of stuff is majorly marked down. And I don't know what's going on at GameStop. I don't want to say this is what I think's happening because I really don't know what's happening. But I do know that if you go to the GameStop app, which I've been on recently because of buying these games, if you bring it up, I'm trying to pull it up right now. Their focus is not video games. Their focus is cards.
Really?
That's what comes up first is these Pokemon cards and all this. I mean, it's like scrolling, cards. Not even video games.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Wow. That's crazy. Man, I don't know if I'd even want to get it. I mean, they have enough stores. They could definitely be a big, was a 300-pound gorilla in that space for card trading and stuff. But man, as many stores as I see getting broken into, like online and stuff, for people breaking in, stealing cards and stuff, I don't know if I'd even want to attempt that.
Oh,
like,
you just reminded me what the story was that I was going to tell you about.
Okay, what was the story?
It's a PlayStation story going around about people's accounts getting hacked, and it's something that came up out of nowhere. It's not related to a breach in the security. Like, nobody's breaking into Sony. What the problem is, some people figured out how to use Sony's system for authenticating accounts where people lost their passwords or something. Mm-hmm. They figured out if you get certain information, you can get into people's accounts that way. And they had broken into a bunch of famous people's accounts, including like Colin Moriarty, who used to be on IGN. Mm-hmm. Several people got their accounts hacked. They were able to get back in, but this was a story that was going around today. So I'm sorry I couldn't remember earlier, but that's what it was.
Yeah, a lot of companies have had that. That's why a lot of companies now, they don't want you to be able to go back and recover. They want to do a different thing. Like, I can't remember. There's a couple of food apps I have. I want to say Taco Bell is one of them. Every time I go to log into the Taco Bell app, it's like, check your phone and click on the email. And it's just like,
yes,
like there's no way to recover. And I'm just like, this isn't super secure either if someone were to compromise my email. But then again, they'd have to compromise both my username and password, or my username and stuff on Taco Bell, and my email address, which, to be honest with you, if someone compromises my email, I'm screwed because everything's tied to email. But yeah, really? It's one of those things that's just like, man, like, it's crazy the stuff people want to break into. I mean, I get it. Now, granted, there's a lot of stuff that could be tied to a Sony account, but like, you can't like gift a game you already own, right? Like, if that was the case, then it would be digitally? Like, yeah.
No, I don't think you can do that on anything.
I don't think you can either. Like, now, because if that was a thing, if that was a thing, then yeah, you jump into someone's account and gift all their games to you, and then or whatever. But that would be weird.
Well, it's not like that would leave a trail. I'm sure they could figure out.
That's true too. Yeah. They'd have to like gift it to an account and gift that to another account, and like.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
like weird. Steam has a way you can gift games, but only when you buy them, not when you already have them.
Right.
Yeah.
So well, I'm sure it's people just dicking around with other people's like, hey, look what I did. So
yeah, I think it was like, I don't even think I think it was like a temporary thing that was going on, and I think it's already been,
squashed.
Yeah, because it was big. It was big people that this happened to. So
yeah. But anyway, yeah. So that was the story. The non-story with that, it lasted like a day or so, but it was just like, it hit me. I was just like, what the hell? Like Soberwing said, he's like, how did they even have enough money to do that?
No,
like,
it was ridiculous. Yeah. It was everybody thought it was ridiculous, including eBay.
Obviously.
It was funny how eBay handled it, because GameStop made the offer and eBay didn't immediately just shut them down. They were like, okay, we'll look at this and then we'll give you a response. Mm-hmm. And then they took their time, waited a little while, and then they're like, what you've said may be the dumbest thing that we have ever heard in our lives. We are all dumber for having heard it, or whatever. May God have mercy on your soul.
I guess.
Or the scene from Ruthless People. This may be the dumbest man on the face of the earth. Perhaps we should shoot him.
I was thinking that, remember the commercials with the kid going in for the interview, Mr. Dumas?
And
he just sits there the whole time at the very end. He's just like, or Mr. Dumbass.
Mr. Dumbass, yeah. And
he's just like, the name is Dumas.
Yes, Billy Madison Silverwings. That's correct.
Hell yeah.
That's right.
Yep.
I butchered the
Adam
quote.
Sandler movies.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to our next story.
That actor will be remembered for all time for that one moment.
Mm-hmm.
There's certain actors that get really lucky with a scene, like that guy and the old guy from No Country for Old Men, the guy that runs the convenience store,
mm-hmm.
where the psycho guy flips the coin. Call it. Well, I gotta know what I'm calling it for. Anyway, never mind.
I was thinking, what's his face in Ghostbusters? Walter Peck.
Yeah, so that's that guy had done a lot of stuff.
He's done other stuff, but he literally said, like in an interview, he said, I was walking down the street in New York City and the bus pulls up, a school bus pulls up, and the kid sticks his head out and he goes, "Hey, Dickless." And he's like, "Oh, fuck, this is gonna follow me the rest of my life."
Yeah. Wow, what a moment to have. Can you imagine that moment in your head when that happens, right? And you realize the ramifications of that? Like, no, what have I done?
Yeah, exactly.
But the I'm sure the fame craving actor side of his brain was like, I can use this.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. To this day, Ghostbuster people are like, oh, can I get an autograph? Can I get he could go to cons and easily sign, tons of stuff. Like, yeah.
Everybody likes him. Like he's the villainous guy, but everybody loves him.
He's a super nice guy in real life. So,
yeah. He's cool.
Our next story up. Sony increases PlayStation Plus price. Starting May 20th, that's tomorrow. The 1 month price is going up to $10.99, which is $1 more, and the 3 month price is going up to $27.99, which is $3 more. The quote from Sony, and I'm kind of shocked, knowing Sony, I'm surprised they didn't just go, "This is the move price," and just move on. Didn't say anything, but they said it is due to ongoing market conditions. Market conditions. Needless to say, the user base is not happy. Now, granted, it's only $1 or $3.
Well, it's also only for new people. Like if you're already a subscriber, your price doesn't go up.
Oh, I had heard it was for everybody.
No, it's only for people that are new. Or if you let your subscription lapse, then that would be your new price.
Oh, look, Devastator Omega is still here. Oh, boy, where do I sign up to get the price gouged by Sony? Apparently, PlayStationPlus.com.
I can tell you exactly where to sign. I've been participating in it.
They didn't. A lot of people were saying they didn't add anything to the service, and a lot of people are pointing out, and I have to say, rightfully so. Didn't Microsoft just cut the price? And isn't this the same market? Which it's like, yeah, it's the same market.
Technically, yes, technically, but not really. I mean, Microsoft cut the price because Microsoft had already raised the price to the point to where it was ridiculous. And pretty much had to reduce the price. And Sony is on the opposite side of the coin of Microsoft, where they can just keep charging people whatever because they're the market leader. Now, will that remain the case with what Nintendo's got now? I don't know. But don't worry, Xbox people. They're turning things around.
We'll get to that in a second. Here's the thing, though. Like, I don't think there could be that big of a change until the next consoles. But everything you keep hearing is like Microsoft saying we're working on the next Xbox. Sony's like, yeah, I don't know about this PlayStation 6 anytime soon. Like, y'all may be waiting a while because we can't get RAM. Like, no one can get RAM right now. So, which kind of makes me. Like at this point, like if you're a console gamer, like you should be like boycotting RAM producers, like everyone you can.
To be fair, also Sony has come up with some better technology for their PSSR stuff that has really gotten a lot more, has squeezed a lot more blood out of that turnip, so to speak. And the PlayStation 5 Pro is the most powerful console out there. And Sony's less, they're number one. They have less incentive to do an upgrade, This is what usually happens with Nintendo. Nintendo gets like so dominant that they just don't want to do nothing. You remember the Super Nintendo? We were waiting and waiting and waiting. It's like the N64 where we're waiting and waiting and waiting. Everybody else had already done their next gen. We're waiting. When you get into that position, you have a lot less incentive to do stuff. and shake things up. So yeah.
Devastator Omega said, I can't afford that price hike. I already got FOMO about the Switch 2 and bought one today.
Oh, welcome to the club.
Yeah, we'll get there in a second. And then Silverwing said, with these prices, I hope it takes a while for the next consoles to come out. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, once you get entrenched in a console generation, even if you don't buy it like when it first comes out, yeah, most people are just like, I'm not looking forward to the next one. I want to spend as much time as I can with this one.
Well, dude, how much better is it going to be anyway? And
see, that's a damn good question.
Yeah, we've gotten to the point where we're really getting to that law about diminishing returns, you know? And it's like, you're telling me that the PS5 and the Xbox Series X are not powerful enough to run the games you want to run? Really? Like, I don't think that's there. This happened with PS3 and Xbox 360, where we kind of got to a point where it was like, okay, we really need something better. The PS4 stayed pretty solid most of its entire lifespan. Of course, the Xbox One needed an upgrade, and it got an upgrade. And then it was fine, too. And when we finally decided it was time for a PS5 and a Xbox Series console, people kind of felt like, I don't know, do we really need this? And then we got it, and then they never really took advantage of that power. They still haven't. Because Sony is still figuring out ways to, like I said, get more out of it. The Series X is very well optimized for what it does. And, you know, now we got the Switch 2, which, wow, very impressive hardware. And I'm like, guys, maybe we need to get them prices down. Maybe that's what we need to be thinking about.
Yeah, you think?
Maybe that's where we need to be going. You know, like what are we doing? You're just going to keep bringing out new consoles and the old consoles keep getting more expensive? That doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't.
Let's get the prices down. I don't know if they get it, but they're in danger of really damaging the industry. Like, with the prices as high as they are, there's only certain people that can even buy these things, you know? The whole point of a game console is to be a budget game box for the family, for, a simple way people can hook something up that doesn't cost as much, that doesn't have all the stuff, a low barrier for entry, and they can just play the games. And it seems like I don't know, it just seems like everybody's confused about what we're doing here, you know? I don't know. And the PC thing has gotten more streamlined and more appealing to the masses, although also extremely expensive and hard to find the hardware that you actually want. So that doesn't help. PC would have been in a great position in this generation to really start expanding, and making it more standard for people.
And that may be part of the reason why they've raised the prices, is because they know right now it's like you said, you can only push so far before you start pushing people over to, man, I could build a PC that's like 5 times as powerful for the same cost. You can't do that right now.
Right.
But if the prices start to drop, I'd almost be willing to bet when we start seeing the prices for PC parts start to come down, all of a sudden, well, we're going to drop the price of the Xbox. We're going to drop the price of the PlayStation. Yeah, we're going to drop the price of because you can't borderline that too far without people being like, no, I'm done. If Steam Machine stays under $700, they'll put a vice grip on both. Problem is I don't think they can get the parts for the thing.
All I've heard from the people that have maybe more knowledge about this than us is that it's going to be expensive. The Steam Machine's
that's what I had heard too.
Yeah, it's going to be more than what people think. And I mean, I don't know, but I've heard it'll be over 1,000. And I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Of course, 1,000's not that far off from a PlayStation 5 now. I mean,
well, the PS5 Pro. Did I mention that PlayStation 5 Pro?
I don't think you have. So
yeah.
All right.
See, they were saying that they thought the PlayStation 6 would come in at $7. I'm like, there's no way.
No.
The PS5 Pro is, I don't know how much it is now.
Not unless the prices go way down and then
No.
they swing around. But even then, it's crazy. We're a long ways away from now. Granted, you have to look at like what prices were back then, but still, like, looking back at like when they're like the Super Nintendo was like what, $199 when it came out.
Yeah.
Then again, it also came with a game and 2 controllers.
I think it was $189.
So yeah, but like if you look at those prices back in the day, it's like, man, that was a lot of money,
dude.
I don't know if it was $1,000.
Think about minimum wage back then. Minimum wage when the Super Nintendo came out was like $4 an hour.
Mm.
Okay, what's minimum wage now?
7 something.
Okay, so almost twice. Well, see, even if you do that, the prices are even way higher than they should be. The prices are just too high. They shouldn't be as high as they are. They really, I don't know. It is what it is.
All I hear is more. Go on.
I was just going to say, but yeah, what people always want to remind me is there were games back then that were still like almost $100, So anyway.
Silver Wings, what a time to be alive where the Neo Geo
AES
is one of the cheaper options, dude. That is crazy to say. Now, granted, it's new technology, but it's also old technology, but it's also a Neo Geo. You know what I'm saying? That's just weird.
Oh, I got some interesting things to share about that. Just real quick.
What's up with that?
Do you know who Crix is? Do you know who that is?
I've heard of him, yes.
Crix is the guy who makes EverDrives. He owns the brand. He makes EverDrives.
Mm-hmm.
Crix has also helped with other projects and things like that. Apparently, he is working on a Neo Geo EverDrive, an official EverDrive for Neo Geo. So, yeah, I'm
sure. Probably like, can you hold off until we get the initial run of the games sold that we're hoping to sell? Because I can't imagine they're happy about that. But I mean,
no, I think they are happy about that because
it's going to cause it to sell more systems. Because I'm sure people like you who were like, well, I bought one, had to, I'm still thinking about it. Maybe not. Now it's just like, well, yeah, I have to have one of these now. Like that's
dude. If Crix drops an EverDrive for the Neo Geo, and it costs, I mean, dude, he could charge anywhere because there's the current flash carts that exist. There's one of them that's pretty good, but it's like $600 or something like that. If he dropped an EverDrive for Neo Geo that was $300,
that's what I was gonna say,
dude. Everybody will buy it. Everybody will buy the damn Neo Geo AES Plus and Crix's EverDrive. Yes, premium products. That dude, yes.
Yep.
I will be one of them.
Oh, so this next story I just threw in there because you're the one that brought it up, because I honestly don't think it's a story, but it is what it is.
Oh, I know it. Okay.
So Xbox is now Xbox. Xbox CEO Asha Sharma apparently put a poll out on X, which, by the way, that was my first question: was X is still a thing? Like, well, I have friends that still post stuff on X, and every time I see it, I just go, nope. I don't even. It's
appropriate that this happened on X because it's Xbox.
Yeah. So basically, she asked, should we make it so that it's not capital X BOX and it should be capital X BOX? And everyone's like, yeah, you should do it. And they're like, okay. So they rebranded it on their X account. As of this moment, their Threads and Blue Sky accounts still show capital X, lowercase BOX. But a lot of people were bringing up, they're just like, well, they kind of went to a new logo that looks like the old one. And technically the way that Xbox used to be written, ergo the picture I have up, is all caps. It's like, is this just one more itty bitty baby step to, hey, we're trying to go back to how things were. We're trying to get back to when things were good. And I think because it's just on X, I think it was just more of a fun thing. Now, if they rebrand everything and we start seeing all caps, I'm be like, okay, no, you got to give them at least, you got to give her, credit for at least being like, hey, here's a question. What do y'all think? And then going, okay, well, that's what you want. That's what we're going to do. It's like, okay, well, at least you're listening. I mean, this is minuscule, but still.
I will say she's impressing me because this is ridiculous. It's a ridiculous thing that people what's ridiculous about it is the excitement that I've seen from some of these like YouTubers who are like, anyway, it is the most ridiculous group of fans ever. They get so excited about nonsense and act like, oh, everything's fixed now or whatever. You know, it's like, okay, guys. But I will say, when they decided to pull back on the AI, I was very impressed with that because
I was too.
I could not imagine a scenario where that would have happened, and at least it's happened in words so far. This is the other thing, guys. They're saying a lot of stuff, right? What are they really going to do? There's a lot of time between now and whenever this date of something else happens. Like, we don't even know. There's just a lot of talk to get people to feel better right now. Nothing's actually changed. There's just been like a lot of words spoken about like what the plan is, right? Mm-hmm. I'm very skeptical in that regard, but I am impressed that they would come out and say they were going to pull this AI stuff out. We'll see if that actually happens. I think it's probably going to happen, but I'm skeptical. This change makes no difference to anybody in any way, shape, or form. It's literally just, like you said, a way to engage with the people and make them feel like it's like the Sonic the Hedgehog movie when they leaked the crappy version of Sonic that they weren't going to use anyway, and had everybody, oh, you don't like that one? Well, what if we used this one? And they're like, oh, we made it happen, fans. And they were going to use that one anyway. You know, it's like they pulled, when Sega did that, they pulled the Scotty from Star Trek. You know, that's what happened.
Scotty roll. You think the Scotty roll was in play there?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Oh, Captain, it's going to be at least 3 or 4 weeks before we can get the engines back online.
Scotty, you've got to give us more power.
That was one of the greatest conversations in Star Trek history ever. Is when he asked Geordi, so how long is it really going to take? He's like,
yeah. I think we like to think as fans that what we say makes a difference. And when we can see anecdotal evidence of something that we believe we may have affected, it makes us feel empowered and it gives us a sense of ownership of something. And that's kind of what this is. This is like, hey, you guys can affect this that will be affecting the next Xbox. And they're like, oh, well, I'm voting for that. And then, hey, you won. Look what you did. You made it happen. Now that will be the thing. Yeah, I'm a part of this, you know? Maybe I'm too cynical. I don't know.
Honestly, I don't know. I'm like you. Like I said, I think it's impressive what she's done so far. Now we actually have to see a lot of this come to fruition, but I'm also trying to give them benefit of the doubt that they've realized, yeah, we fucked up. We gotta course correct, or bad stuff's gonna start happening.
I really don't know how bad it is at Xbox, but it's bad. And
it can't be good. It can't be.
There's been rumors floating around, and these are just rumors, and I think they're being floated around from Xbox people that they're considering. This gets floated around once in a while, but the rumor is they're considering doing away with the paywall for the online stuff.
Alex said that too. Alex said that there was talk that, and when I tried doing research on it, there was talk that they were going to be like, yeah, you don't have to, we may make it so you don't have to have Xbox, I keep calling it live, Game Pass to play online games.
Yeah.
That would give them so much goodwill.
I think this time it's likely that this could happen because they're integrating PC. And if they don't get rid of it, then they have created a massive problem for themselves where if people can play the PC version on the Xbox and they don't have to pay to play online for that versus buying the Xbox version on their Xbox and they do have to pay for online for that, they've created a problem where nobody will ever buy their Xbox versions of their games.
Yeah.
So in this go around for this scenario, it actually does make sense to do away with that. You know, make your money some other place, people. Like you said, it would create a sense of goodwill because it would create a huge pressure on Sony and Nintendo to rethink
it would.
Yeah, it would be very interesting to see what would happen with that.
Yes, it would. Devastator Omega said, I take her more serious if she rolled back the idea of Xbox games on PlayStation. That's a rumor I also heard. Was that they're thinking, I think maybe we're going to keep doing PC because, of course, we're Microsoft. We got to support the PC. Maybe not the PlayStation so much.
Yeah. So Sony knew that this was something that was being discussed at Xbox, and they pulled the trigger on their side of that already. Sony's already come out and said they're not going to be putting their exclusives on PC anymore. So, yeah, one of the biggest, they did like some polling. I don't remember exactly where this was or how this was, but Xbox did do some polling and asked people what they think is most important to them about like various different ideas and features for the next Xbox. And the number one thing that people voted on was exclusives. They want exclusives on Xbox.
Yeah.
And I totally agree with that because if you don't have exclusives, you don't have a console.
Yeah.
That's what a console is. It's the exclusives. That's why, I mean, yeah, it's not good. You dilute the meaning and value of what you produce when you put it on other stuff. And that actually, I think Sony was smart to pull their stuff to stop doing stuff for PC because, I mean, all it does is illustrate the power differential between PC and whatever the PlayStation is. You know, it's like people can play your games on super powerful hardware. Now, to counteract that, a lot of the PC ports of PlayStation games were terrible. They had absolutely, I mean, so that actually helped Sony in a weird way. But yeah, it doesn't help you to have a PC version that is way better than your console version. You know, it doesn't help you for your console at all. But for Microsoft, because especially if they are integrating Windows, it makes sense for them to support both. And it does make sense for them to get rid of the paywall for the online stuff. So we'll see what happens. We'll see.
And see, I could see still porting games, but like way after. Like, you know, hey, the new God of War is coming out. So when it comes out, we'll port the last one over. Because then maybe people will buy it and be like, oh, I want to play the new one. Well, you want to play the new one? Yeah, gotta come visit.
Although, look at Nintendo and how they have cashed in on their retro stuff.
True.
You know, and when you can take control, which is why they re-established all their retro stuff instead of doing the mini consoles, they have it all in the Nintendo Switch Online service now. They have such control over their retro offerings and stuff like that, and it becomes a valuable part of what Nintendo is offering. It becomes, you know, an added value to the Nintendo Switch Online service. It becomes, you know, a substantial thing that if you want that, that's where you get it at. You don't like, yeah, there's emulators and there's this other stuff out there, sure. But it's not official Nintendo, and people want official Nintendo, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's something to be said for not releasing your stuff, your old stuff, on other platforms, you know. But yeah, I don't know. I think none of these companies operate the same way, and I think what works for Microsoft is not the same thing that works for Nintendo and Sony and all that. It's all very specific to their brands, and I hope Xbox turns things around. I really do, because when they work, when things are going good, when the IPs are kicking, Xbox was badass, you know, and I'd really love to see that come back, whatever form that takes. I'm open-minded to it.
All right, so we're going to shift gears here away from technology and video games and stuff. This has been kicking around for a while, but the reason I put it up is because there was a story that came out. Where was this on? I thought it was a bigger place. Wide Open Country was where I found this particular one. But anyway, so Pizza Hut made news a few years ago that they were going to basically roll back things at a couple of very select restaurants and make it look like their Pizza Huts the way they used to look back in the 80s and the 90s. And apparently it was so successful. There were people driving from different states. Of course, that's mind-blowing to me living in Texas. Like the idea of driving to a different state from where we are, Cyrus, is ridiculous.
Yeah,
and other states, it's like, oh no, that's just like an hour that way. Yeah. But people were driving from one state to another to go to these things. Well, this one particular franchisee, Tim Sparks, has said, I'm converting 80 locations. Number one, this dude's got a crap ton of locations. Like obviously he's making a lot of money, but the fact he's willing to put in the money to convert 80 locations. Some of the key things, it has to have the old gabled roof. Like you just knew, if it was a dry cleaner, it doesn't matter what it is. You know what that roof was. And if it still has that roof, they're doing one. But they're talking about doing everything. The red plastic cups, the stained glass lights, the jukebox, the salad bar. I loved the salad bar.
They're even putting the video games, what do they call it? Cocktail?
The cocktail game? Oh my God, that's so cool.
Did you see the interview with him? It was on.
No, I didn't. I didn't see the interview.
There was I don't know what network it was, but they did an interview with him. I watched it. This guy is cool. He totally gets it. Like he's like 100% on board with retro for Pizza Hut. He's like, he's like in the interview, he's like, so everything's the same. He's like, I made sure it's the same menus. It's the same seats. It's the same tablecloths. It's the same cups. It's the same. They bring the pizza out and it's in the thing. They got the little, I don't remember what you call it, spatula thing or whatever to get it's the same stuff. Everything, like you could see the detail that they've gone to. Mm-hmm. And he's like, I want you to feel good about what you're eating. I want you to associate, this is a family thing. He said, this is what's missing from restaurants is they took the family out of it. He goes, he's like, that's what we're getting back to. Everything's about the family. And I want you to come in. I want you to spend extra time. I want you to soak up the atmosphere of it, to share your experience with your kids so they can, this is a thing that should be a tradition for us as a country. And I hope other restaurants learn and can do this too.
Oh my God. Yes. That would be fantastic.
Like he has a great attitude. And he's like, he was saying at the one that they were interviewing him at, he's like, the only bad thing is, he goes, sometimes we have a wait because we'll have people around the block trying to come in here and they'll wait 2 hours to come in and sit down and eat. And he's like, can you believe that people are waiting 2 hours to come to Pizza Hut? And he's like, that tells you something. And I was like, yeah, this guy gets it. He understands what's going on.
Okay, I'm going to admit to this. I can't tell you how many times. They weren't exact, though. They weren't exactly what I was looking for. It was close, but it wasn't exact. But I have almost pulled the trigger on a set of the 4 red plastic cups on like eBay and stuff multiple times. Like,
dude, those cups, there's something about
so iconic.
That the way the I don't know what it is about. There's just something nice about that. The whole thing. Oh yeah, the shakers, everything.
Yeah.
It's something really nice. Yeah.
And in this article it said converted locations outperformed modern locations. Hands down, wasn't even close. Exactly like you were talking about. If you got people waiting outside to come to your restaurant, as long as you're not like charging too little money, you're doing right. So
they brought back the original buffets, including like you just showed right there, the salad bar buffet.
Oh God, I love.
They brought everything back. It's fantastic.
Man, the only good salad bar around here. Well, I take that back. I don't hardly ever go to CC's. It has an okay salad bar here. The only reason I like, oh God, what is the name of the? It's Jason's Deli. I don't really care for Jason's Deli. I think their spuds are too small. I think their sandwiches are dry, but they've got a nice salad bar. And I just remember those days. You go get several pieces of pizza and you put it on one plate, and you got a salad on the other one. And sitting down with the family. Oh, it's so good.
Pizza Hut buffet was the place to go, man. It was God. It was, and then when they had the games,
crunchy ice. You're right, Tricome. Crunchy ice, dude.
Yes. I want to go to one of these. I want to go. Is there one in Texas?
Next to one. I don't know. I'll have to look that up and see where the closest one is. You should put a Blockbuster next to one. That's hilarious. So last time I went to Pizza Hut buffet was like 2002. Yeah, it's been a minute, man. It's been a minute.
I don't know if they're making the pizza like they used to make it though, or if they're, because you remember once upon a time when you went to Pizza Hut, like if you got like a Supreme, they chopped up all the stuff. It wasn't like pieces of pepper and stuff. It was like little tiny, they chopped it all up. It was so good back then. I don't know if they're doing that now like they used to.
We actually got Pizza Hut last Friday for dinner, and it was, I mean, granted, I just drove by and grabbed it or whatever because, it wasn't one of these. I mean, it was good. Like, I remember that was Domino's that had the whole reinvention of their stuff. But I think it would be fun to sit down and at one of these locations with Christy and the boys. Like, I think they would think it would be fun.
You know what they need to bring back is the Bigfoot. You remember the Bigfoot?
Oh my God, yes.
I would love to get a Bigfoot. Invite my daughter and my brother over, get a Bigfoot.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Hey, last line, what's going on, dude? But yeah, so I wanted to bring this up because, like I said, this story came across whenever I was looking for stuff to talk about tonight, and I was just like, yeah, I want to talk about this because
you should say that this is not sponsored by Pizza Hut, and you have not been endorsed. You're not being paid. You have to say all this kind of stuff. It's we have to.
I don't make any money doing the show. How about that? $0 was made doing it. In fact, I'm spending money to do this show. How about that? So now, if you want to endorse me, I will gladly take an endorsement. But yeah. So
are you even monetized? You're not even monetized.
No, right? I'm not even monetized yet.
Okay,
dude.
there you go.
I don't quite have the stuff for that. So it's the disclosure rules, Eugene. Okay, you know what? Well, it's fine. We'll just disclose everything. I don't make anything doing the show. I do it because I like hanging out with my boy Cy and everyone in chat. So there we go.
He didn't specifically say though. So I'm reporting him to the FTC.
Sure, go
Email
ahead.
incoming.
I'm sure they've got plenty of things to do besides come after me.
No, they don't.
On the other hand,
no, they don't.
I know, right? On the other hand, you're the one that turned me on to this story.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, this started back in 2023. McDonald's is removing self-serve soda. This was confirmed back in 2023. They will all be removed by 2032. Due to customers moving to takeout, delivery, and drive-through over dine-in. They said it's increased the control over cleanliness and inventory. It decreases maintenance cost. I'm sure it does because you know how stupid people are. They want to bang everything that's in there and hit it really hard and everything else. And
they want to
doesn't work.
Fill up jugs with the soda.
Yeah. And so my question for you is, when was the last time you actually ate at a McDonald's?
Oh my God.
Went in and ate at a McDonald's.
Me and my brother, when we worked together, that wasn't McDonald's though. That was Wendy's.
Wow. Back that far back, huh?
Yeah, dude, I wouldn't want to eat inside of McDonald's. Why would I want to eat inside McDonald's?
I have eaten inside of McDonald's with my family last year. It was because we were waiting for something. I can't remember what it was. Maybe we were on a road trip. Maybe that's what it was. And so we went inside the McDonald's and we ate. But that was like the last time. Now, the last time I've been inside of McDonald's, I completely understand where they're coming from because I went inside the McDonald's because the line, for whatever reason, the drive-through line was insane. And I was like, screw this. I'm going to go inside and I'm going to get my order. And there were like 5 other people standing around. No one is sitting. And everyone's doing this on their phone.
Yep.
and I know exactly what they are. They are they're online pickup people.
Yeah,
DoorDash
and stuff.
and so that's exactly what they are. Order for whatever. Yeah, that's me. Grab it and go. And I'm just like, yeah. Then why would you have this?
Honestly, dude, they should just take all the seating out from the lobbies. Just why even have it an option? Why? Who's eating in a McDonald's? Like, if you want to put seating in a McDonald's, put temporary seating for people waiting for their orders. Like, put
pretty much.
Why? Who wants to eat? The only reason to eat at McDonald's is if you have little kids and there's a playground. But they're taking all playgrounds out.
Almost gone. Yeah. And that was the reason. Going back to the whole thing with Pizza Hut. Now, growing up, hell yeah, I want to go eat at McDonald's because you could go over there and scarf down 2 or 3 nuggets real quick and go play on the playground. Like that was awesome when you were a kid. But it
was a different McDonald's. That was Ronald McDonald and the Fry Guys and the Hamburglar. That doesn't exist anymore. That McDonald's is gone. That's not even what McDonald's is anymore. Yeah.
So
yeah, I'm not eating in a McDonald's ever. Like, why? I would take my food to my car and eat in my car. I'm not.
That's normally me. I will sit there. So here's a funny story. Earlier this week, or was it last week? It was last week. Yeah, it was last week. So last Friday, actually. Last Friday, it's, I don't know, 12:30 or so. And I told my partner, I said, hey, I'm going to go grab some lunch real quick. And since I use the McDonald's app, I can get food pretty cheap there. So I put in an order. I walk out to my car. I'm getting in my car, and the alarm system goes off on my phone that's connected to the school district. And I'm just like, what the hell? Like, why is this going off? Like, is this an unscheduled fire drill? If so, I'm getting in my car. I'm going to go grab lunch. I'm not gonna hang around to deal with this. So I get in the car, and Christy calls me, and she goes, hey, is the alarm going off at your school? And I'm like, yes. She goes, apparently it's going off at every school. There was a situation somewhere else in the district, and they closed, like they told, we were on lockdown. Every school in our school district was on lockdown. And so I literally went and got my McDonald's lunch and was like, well, I guess I'll just park over here in Walmart and eat my lunch because I'm not going to go inside the McDonald's to eat. Like, I'd rather sit in my car and eat than do that.
You don't know what's going on in there, who's like when they actually clean the tables, what they clean the tables with, who, like, why? And I don't want to eat in front of people, especially people this is what I don't get. People that want to always go eat, like everybody gets together and looks at each other and eats. And I'm like, I don't want to eat in front of people. I want to, like, I don't know. Maybe I'm weird like that. But yeah, I'm not eating in a McDonald's. For what reason? Like, why? They don't want you in there anyway. You know?
Devastator, I would agree with the toys, except for the retro toys they brought out. Like the toys they've brought out, they're like, hey, this is more of an adult thing. I'm like, cool.
Oh, adult toys in McDonald's? Oh.
Really? Okay. Anyway, so like they brought back some of the changeable things, my favorite toy ever at McDonald's. But I wasn't going to go through and get a Happy Meal just for that.
I'm loving it.
Really?
Never mind.
But yeah, I just wanted to bring this up. Just definitely two different sides to a coin. Like you got McDonald's, it's like, hey, listen, like no one comes here to eat anymore. So why have an inside, or why make it a thing that people would want to do? And then you've got Pizza Hut that's just like, nope, we're nose diving back into the 80s.
So that's interesting because I want to go eat in the Pizza Hut. I want to do that because it seems like it's an event and everything that's happening in there is interesting and fun, especially if you have kids. You know, it's like a whole thing. But is it family shows? Yeah. Sorry, my bad. But yeah, I don't want to eat in a freaking corporate, cold
gray square box of a building. Yeah.
McDonald's sucks. Like once upon a time, it used to be fun. It is not fun.
Nope. It's sad to me that like most kids nowadays, they might know who Ronald McDonald is, but like Birdie, Grimace, the only reason Grimace is still known is because it was a meme thing that came out a few years ago. But like the Hamburglar, no one remembers the Hamburglar.
Nobody knows who that is.
Yeah.
If they know Ronald McDonald, it's probably from one of those crazy videos where the guy's like a psycho version of Ronald. I don't know if you've seen, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
They probably don't. It's like nobody knows about old school Ronald McDonald. Nobody knows. Once upon a time, man, we had it good. We didn't know what we had.
So I remember the McDonald's by the zoo had animals outside now. Looks cold and unalive like corporate soulless.
I remember.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, they used to have like look like animals and stuff. Like it was a big tree and stuff. And do you remember when they did the rebranding and what was it, the 90s? Mac Tonight, the big moon face guy. Because they were like, hey, you can get McDonald's late night now.
I don't remember that.
Oh my God. Keep talking. I've got to find it on YouTube.
I do remember we didn't have McDonald's in my hometown because I grew up in a pretty small town. McDonald's was in the next town over, and it took an hour to get there. So we didn't go all the time. We would go there and watch movies at the mall, and we'd go to the mall, you know. But we would also go to McDonald's because, like I said, we didn't have it. And they had the most awesome playground. It was huge. The playground was bigger than the actual McDonald's. And they had the big Mayor McCheese thing you could get in. They had the little Fry Guy things you would sit on and do the bouncy spring thing. They had the big ball pit, the slides. It was so good. That was McDonald's. That was what McDonald's used to be. And you're right, Eugene. Oh, okay, I remember this now. I thought that was creepy as shit when they did that. I didn't like that. It is creepy. Although that food looks really good. It's not how their food really looks. It doesn't look anything like that. I can't hear it. I don't know if you're trying to play it to where we can hear it.
No, I wasn't trying to get a copyright or anything on that. But yeah. So, like I remember those. I remember those commercials. So
that is creepy.
Speaking of which, my boy said, other than Grimace, I don't know any others. So yeah, fair enough. John Wayne Gacy, the original Ronald McDonald. No, he wasn't.
I think it was inspired by John Wayne Gacy, though. Like, I think Stephen King said that.
McRockin' Cafe. I kind of remember those. I saw a YouTube video that explains why all these places took all the grain plain. And it's because they're preserving the property in case they close it down. Easy to convert. I've heard the same thing. Last line. I've heard the same thing. I guarantee you that's the case. Is so that you can be like, oh well, the McDonald's closed. It didn't do well. Oh, guess it's a Wendy's now. Just slap a new sign up on it and good to go. So
absolutely, because they all look the same, man.
Yes, they do. So
wow.
Is Moon Man supposed to be Ray Charles? Yeah, it was Mac Tonight. So Moon thing creeped me out a little too. Yeah, absolutely, dude.
it's creepy, dude. That dude is creepy. I don't
little bit. Fry Guys, Mayor McCheese, Hamburger Birdie, the Burger Cop guy. Yeah. So,
and you're right. What I was going to say is you were right, Eugene, when you would say you would go grab a nugget, dip it in the little cup with the ketchup, eat it, run back out to the playground.
Yeah.
Your mom would be like, you need to finish your food.
Yep.
You didn't give a shit because you had your nugget. You were good. Now it's time to do the playground. And holy crap, it was great. It was so good. Of course, you would burn the shit out of your hands on the slide. You would burn your legs on the slide.
Oh, yeah.
You would burn your hands on the bars of the Mayor McCheese thing. The metal was fire hot. It was but this was in the 80s. They didn't care about all that. Like they didn't have no safety stuff. It was fine.
Oh hell no, yeah. Like
God knows what was in that ball pit. You know, God knows the germs and nastiness. Oh,
let's see here.
I was remembering some shit. I'm gonna tell you something really gross. I was remembering back in the 80s going to Walmart and they had toys out where you could test them. They had put stuff out with the batteries in it and stuff, so you could try it out. It had battery stuff. They had this Optimus Prime that you had like a straw sticking out the back, and you would put your mouth on the straw and talk, and it would change your voice to sound kind of like
Okay.
robotic. And they had this thing sitting out. And I remember me and a bunch of kids doing the thing with the Optimus Prime, not once thinking about, we're all putting this in our mouth.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That's why my immune system is so strong. Yeah, I absolutely try.
Oh, look at that. That is exactly, yes, that is it. Look at that.
Yep. Remember had the
Oh yeah, my
N64
daughter
they
played.
were always broken.
They had this from when my daughter was little, and we would go to the playground, and she would play GameCube. I would be like, "You don't want to play in the ball pit and all that stuff," and she'd just be sitting there playing the GameCube. I'm like, "You have a GameCube,
But it's not mine.
yeah."
Yep.
Oh, good times.
Back in
Good
the
times.
day.
That's when McDonald's was McDonald's.
Yeah.
There was nothing like McDonald's. You know, Burger King competed with them in the food, and they tried to do commercials that were kid stuff and whatever, but they didn't have the setup. It wasn't, Burger King didn't do what McDonald's did. But I love Burger King. I've always liked Burger King because, again, we didn't have no Burger King in my hometown, so it was like special when I would get Burger King.
You remember these chairs that look like the burgers at some of them?
Okay, so those chairs always bothered me. I'll be honest with you. They're weird.
I
don't
don't
like
like
those
these
chairs.
chairs.
Yeah, there it is now. Look at that.
Yep. Boy, that
Wow.
one was wow. That's crazy. All the
That's-
ends and stuff.
That's cool. That must be what you were talking about earlier with the zoo
Yeah.
stuff. Look at the different. What?
Wrong thing.
Cat's in shock.
I know, right? Yeah, like different times, man. Different
Yeah.
times. Oh yeah, look at the lineup. Like kids would be like, "Who are all these people? Who are all these people? What
They
is
have no frame of
Philly
reference.
burgers?"
Yeah. Yeah. That's weird. They don't know.
No idea. So anyway, the last two things I wanted to talk about tonight, because like I said, we were kind of short on stories a little bit. We're
Your son is like
what do you
freaking
say?
out about this.
That's a McDonald's. Yes, that's what McDonald's used to look like. It's like a kid's dream place. It was. It was
It
awesome.
literally was the
Yeah.
place to go when you were a kid. There was two places to go when you were a kid: McDonald's and Toys R Us. And
Hell
we
yeah.
don't have that shit. No
See, we had plenty of McDonald's here, but we didn't have a Toys R Us, and the closest one was in Austin. So that was the yearly drive. It was before Christmas. Was to drive to Toys R Us and was
God.
walk through Toys R Us and tell me, come up with your Christmas list.
Dude,
Like that,
The
almost
first-
bringing a tear to my eye right now. Just thinking.
we didn't have Toys R Us. I could never go to Toys R Us. The best I could do was the Sears catalog.
Oh my
But,
god, yeah, I love that too.
So good. But when the TurboGrafx 16 came out, we were in Austin and I got to go to the Toys R Us, and I think I was probably, what was I? It came out in 89, so I must have been 12, 11 or 12, 11 maybe. And we went to Toys R Us and it was mind blowing. It was a religious experience. It was couldn't believe it. It was so, I just couldn't believe they had everything they had. I was like, this is all real? I can't believe
There's
it.
an entire store and it's nothing but toys. Like,
Everything you'd ever heard of that you never saw at the store, but you saw commercials or
Mhm.
you might have seen on a movie, kids playing with the toy, and you're like, what is that they have? You know, every weird little toy from every failed cartoon that never existed, you know, that you never actually got, like Air Raiders. Is that a cartoon? I don't know. They had commercials that looked like cartoons,
Mhm.
but they had toys, and I never saw them anywhere until I was at Toys R Us. And then it was like, what? They had all the figures that you could never find. They had the ones you'd always been like, man, I hope one day maybe I'll see, you know, Fisto from He-Man. Maybe I'll see, you know, whatever. And there it was. And you're like, what? Of course, I didn't have any money. So,
Of course not. Yeah, no. Yeah, that's another company that I think honestly could come back. Like they've got to be smart about it. And the biggest problem with Toys R Us though is they got bought out and saddled with a bunch of debt, and they weren't able to get out from underneath the debt. But if they would come back, they don't need Toys R Us in every single city. No. Go back to what you used to do. Major cities. You have to have a population of 500,000 people or a million plus people in order to build one. And we're going to build one, maybe two.
No, just one. And
just one. Okay.
Make
and
it
then,
awesome.
And then, yes. And be like, no, yes, you can buy anything from our online store, but we have the physical store for you to come explore. And that would bring that company back. Because my boys and I would be like, we're going to Toys R Us. We're going to be in Austin. Hell yeah, we want to go to Toys R Us.
Devastator says,
awesome.
Devastator says we have 2 Toys R Us's now in Dallas. We do?
Okay, are they the ones that are built into FAO Schwartz? Because if that's the case, I don't count those.
I don't know about this, so I don't know where would they be and what they look like. I don't know. Devastator, we need to talk about this because I don't know about this. Post something on my Discord, please. Let me know about that because I would love to go check them out just to see what they have. There's some really cool things that have opened in Dallas. There's some new arcades that have opened. There's stuff I need to check out.
Okay, I just did a search, and it says Toys R Us at Macy's The Domain in Austin and Toys R Us at San Marcos Tanger in San Marcos. What?
Oh, if I go, if I go, I will definitely make videos. Yes, don't worry about that.
Okay, hold on. Let me swap over here real quick. We're going to do this, do the thing over here. So this is the one.
Oh, Grapevine Mills Mall and DFW Airport.
Look at this, dude. This is the one that looks like a Toys R Us. This is in San Marcos. What?
Oh my.
Oh hell, I may be having to make a trip.
So Grapevine Mills, first of all, I love that mall. And I've been looking for an excuse to go back there. If there's a Toys R Us in Grapevine Mills Mall, I need to go check it out. They have a good movie theater there. They have really comfortable seats. That's where we saw all of the prequel Star Wars movies as a family.
Wholesale.
They used to have a really awesome arcade there. GameWorks. It was a 2-story Steven Spielberg thing. They took it out a while back, but I haven't been to Grapevine Mills in a long time. We used to go there all the time.
Interesting. Huh.
Well, I'm going to have to take a trip to Grapevine Mills Mall and
I know, right?
Check this out. Guys, before we do the next show, I will have video, which we will share on this show. I will not share it on my channel first.
Oh, hell.
Toys R Us. We will do that.
Dude, that would be awesome. Let me get caught up on the chat real quick here. Oh, yeah, I remember Showbiz. They were talking about Showbiz Pizza and stuff like that.
Oh, Showbiz Pizza.
Land. Yeah. It was GameStop. Time to hit the Googles. Yep, that's what we were doing. If you go, you have to film. Yep, you were right. Grapevine Mills Mall, DFW. Just search Toys R Us. Nice. Hell yeah, dude. Dad, you're taking me with you. Hell yeah, dude.
You might be taking me with you.
YouTube videos of Toys R Us and DFW here. Just search. Okay, that's awesome. Yeah, we're gonna have to check this out. Rumor more, especially with Universal Studios opening up here in Dallas area now.
Well, I don't know about that either.
I do know about that, but unfortunately, that Universal Studios is gonna be more like kid based. I was like, dude, if they open up a full-blown Universal Studios in Texas, number one, it would serve everyone that doesn't want to have to drive to either coast. Like, that would be perfect. But yeah, I'd go to that in a heartbeat because I'd love to go to Universal Studios, but I don't want to have to go to Florida or California to do it. You know?
Right. Plus, I don't want to go to California or Florida for any reason.
Not with the way gas is. You're never too old to be a Toys R Us kid. Hell yeah, last line. Hell yeah. The last things I wanted to talk about tonight, and maybe this kind of plays right into being a Toys R Us kid. What has Cy been playing? Did you know Cy has a PS5 Pro? I don't know if y'all knew that or not, guys. Like, he hasn't been very vocal about it, but he apparently has a PlayStation 5 Pro. So what have you been doing with that PlayStation 5 Pro there, Cyrus?
Mainly playing old games. But
Wait, say that again?
mainly playing old games. But I play new stuff also. What is this? What are you looking at?
I don't know. This is a video that was posted. Who's Super Mega Graphics 64. I don't know if you know who that is.
I don't know.
PS5 Live with Cyrus.
So that was one of those retro racing games. This was like the sequel to, what was that game called? I can't remember what it's called. Horizon Turbo or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I've been busy. I've been playing a lot of stuff. I got another thing recently too, so I've been playing a lot on that. The PlayStation in the past week has not gotten as much attention.
What would possibly? Oh, didn't you say you were going to get? Wait a minute. I thought you weren't going to get a Switch too.
Yeah. I had somebody in my comments mention to me, when I put out the announcement that I'd gotten a Switch 2. I guess it's an announcement, whatever. When I put out a video mentioning I got a Switch 2, they were like, I thought you said, oh, never mind. And I'm like, yeah. So, guys, I am the worst about this. I say I'm not going to do something, and then I do it. And I'll spend a lot of time. Here's how you know I'm going to do something. If I spend a lot of time talking about it, I'm probably going to buy it. You know, it's like the Neo Geo AS Plus. I'm probably going to end up getting one. You know, Switch 2, I talked about it. I was like, I don't know. It's not really the right time. I don't really see any games I really have to have, blah, blah, blah. And really what I'm doing is trying to talk myself out of it because I have tremendous addiction to FOMO. I am highly susceptible to being manipulated by corporations. You guys should know that. Like, I am not a strongly willed consumer. Like, I am not that guy.
We even brought that up in the car one morning. I was like, yes, I got a Switch 2. And I think Alex was like, wait a minute, didn't he say he wasn't going to buy one? Or maybe it was Nick. And I was just like, listen, guys, I've known Cyrus since I was in college. If Cyrus says he's not going to do something, that's like the biggest indicator that he's going to. At least for video games. Like
Jon Snow is standing here judging me right now. Look.
Are you being judged?
He's right here. Look at
there he is. Hello, Mr. Snow. Yes. I was just like, yeah, if Cyrus says he's not going to do it, there's a high, at least video game wise, there's a high chance that it's going to happen. So,
I mean, I wanted to Switch 2. It's not that I don't remember ever saying that I didn't want a Switch 2. I just couldn't justify it. Like, I was like, I don't think it's the right time. Like, I said eventually I think I'm going to get a Switch 2, but I just don't think it's the right time. And then the right time happened. And it happened pretty quick because I was like, and then all of a sudden Star Fox gets announced and I'm looking at it and you and I talk and I start thinking about how many of these are going to even be available if I wait. I don't know what's going on, and the pricing's going up, and there is Metroid, there is this and that, and I would get to play Mario Kart World with the guys which is what I'm doing tomorrow. It's going to be a regular Wednesday thing. I'm going to be playing on Go Game Go's channel, Jeff's channel, where they have already been doing this. I used to play Mario Kart 8 with all these guys, and then they all abandoned me and moved on to the Switch 2, and I was left with nothing to do on Wednesdays.
Except do some of my shows.
Yeah, there's that.
Yeah.
But yeah, now I'll be back in the club, in the cult, the Nintendo cult. I'm back. I'm okay to be associated with now, guys.
I'll be honest with you. Watching you play the Switch 2 stuff, I'm just like, yeah,
I gotta tell you something. You want me to tell you?
Gorgeous. It's still. I'm not dying to get one, but I have a feeling.
Yeah.
Bad feeling you're gonna do a video or two on fucking Star Fox. I'm gonna be like,
Eugene, I gotta tell you, it's really good.
I've been watching their videos.
It's a lot better than I expected. The graphics are very good for Switch 2 stuff. It does run Switch 1 stuff better. The eShop, oh my God.
So what makes the eShop so much better? Because you also mentioned that.
Oh, it works immediately. Like you load it, it comes right up. You can scroll through everything. It just zips through. There's no delay. There's no waiting. There's no slowly. It does its none of that. It's very, very fast. It's like a totally different experience. Some people had told me, and I know exactly what you're thinking, because I was also like, how much better could it be? It's totally different. It's like, it's super fast. It's super fast.
Yeah, because that's one thing about the Switch eShop is it's like, go to the eShop and then it does the little thing.
Yeah.
And goes back
and
then it keeps doing it over and over and over again before you finally get in.
No, it's super fast. And also I want to say I'm using my Switch 1 Pro controller. It works fine on the Switch 2. And you don't need the new Pro controller, although I've heard it's good. You don't need it. So save yourself $80-something and look for a sale on that when it goes on sale sometime or whatever. But even that thing where you attach the Joy-Cons and use that like a controller, that's really good. It's bigger than the regular Switch, so it's more comfortable. It puts out a 4K picture, and it looks so good, and it does HDR. It's very good. Oh, and I got to say, my one criticism of the Switch 2 is that the screen is not as vivid as my OLED, my Switch OLED, and it wasn't as bright, but I figured out a setting on my Switch 2 that makes the brightness about twice as bright. There's like a setting where it does like auto brightness or something. If you disable that, it automatically is like way brighter. So I'm much happier with the screen now than what I was.
But are you actually playing it in undocked mode?
Well, I have. I was playing Breath of the Wild. You get a free upgrade for some games, like the 2 Zelda games. If you have the Switch version and you have Nintendo Switch Online, they'll give you the upgrade for the Switch 2 version for free.
Really? Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So I was playing the new upgraded 4K Breath of the Wild, which I'm going to be playing all the way through again because I'm having a great time with it. But I was watching videos of other people's streams on the TV, and I was playing in handheld mode, and it's very, very good. It's very, very good. Plus, they have a boost mode. I don't know if you know this. They have a boost mode for Switch 1 games to where
we covered that. We covered that in one of our stories. Because when they came out with it, a lot of people were just like, "Well, that's kind of cool."
It is cool. You're playing Switch 1 games as though they were docked, but in handheld mode in 1080p. So, and with better frame rates. So it's pretty good. I'm very happy with Switch 2. I didn't think I was going to be, which is why I waited so long to get one. Because I was like, I don't think I'm even going to want this. And I got to tell you, I'm trading this thing in because I'm never going to play this again. I have no reason to. Some people were like, oh, you can hold on to that because you'll want to hack it and do all kinds of stuff. I'm like, I'm not going to hack it. Like, I might as well sell it. And I still haven't sold my Series S, so I got to take this and the Series S in. And
then, dude, yeah, absolutely go sell both of those things and recoup some of your money, man.
I'll take them to GameStop and I'll just trade for Switch stuff. That's what I'll do. Yeah. So, yeah. That's what I should do. I don't know why I haven't done it already. I should do that.
I agree. Everyone, let's tell Cyrus that's what he should be doing this weekend. That's Saturday's job. That's what you're doing Saturday.
No, Saturday we're getting together to go watch movies.
Oh, then Sunday. Do it Sunday.
Yeah, maybe Sunday. That might be something to do. Sunday. So, and get a series. But I got to go to Grapevine Mills. Oh, this is what we can do. I could talk my brother and daughter into going to Grapevine Mills so we can go check out Toys R Us and watch the movies there.
Oh, dude, that would be so much fun.
Now that I know about that, I got to talk.
That would be so much fun.
I got to be like, all right, here's what we're doing, guys. We're going to go check some shit out.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
That would be awesome.
My brother would be like, we're not going to IMAX. I'm like, no, it'll be fine. It's Great Five Mills. They have cool screens.
Yeah. Last line says you should get a Series X and then you'll have them all.
I'll tell you what, not one time in the history of the release of the Series X have I ever thought to myself, I want this console. I've never wanted it. Even when I was thinking about getting another Xbox One X, I was never thinking about getting a Series X. I've never wanted one.
So Nicholas said something to me the other day. He said, Dad, it's been a week or so since I've turned on my Xbox. And I was like, yeah, because you've been playing a bunch of PC games, dude. That happens. I'm like, now you may go back and start playing some. Like, don't feel like you threw your money away because you did already play some games and stuff on it. But like, it happens. I'm like, don't feel bad or anything about it. Now, if you just totally were like, yeah, I haven't touched this thing in 6 months, then maybe wouldn't it's such a good idea. But yeah, he's been playing a lot of online games and stuff. So at least on the PC. So, being able to buy it for a half or a third of the price on Steam. Yeah. That's a big thing, especially when you're a kid and you've got a limited budget. So it's like, why would I buy this on the Xbox when it's 3 times as much? Or the PlayStation or the Switch? Like,
I buy a lot of stuff on sale though, like on the consoles. Like they have.
Okay, but you're also an adult and you can wait for that. Is a 14 boy? No, the game came out. I want it now. So, yeah. Series X is awesome. I feel the opposite. I don't play my PlayStation and it has like 6 ghosts. That's with everything. Like, man, like some into things.
We're all different and we get into things differently. I just haven't had any. For me, I just didn't have that desire.
Yeah.
But then again, I've bought a bunch of shit. I'm sure Eugene could care less about. That's all sitting in front of me right here. These retro mini computers. The Amiga A500, Commodore 64.
I've enjoyed listening to you talk about them. I don't care to buy any of them, but I've enjoyed watching you enjoy them. So
everybody's into different stuff. My Evercade is sitting over here. It's pretty of course,
that being said, what else has Cy been hiding from us? No, just fine. I just had to throw that up there. All right. So the other thing I was going to jump into is what has Eugene been playing? I've been playing one thing.
Because we haven't seen any streams in a while, and that's a good question. What has
why'd you have to say that, Cyrus? Because that was literally like the last question was, where did all the live streams go?
Okay, all right, sorry, I got ahead. Sorry,
you got ahead. So anyway, I've been playing Helldivers 2. This game is definitely a little bit older game. It's been out for quite a while. In fact, Alex, if he's still in the chat, Alex got really heavy into it when it first came out. And he played for a good while, and I saw it, and I was like, man, that does look like a fun game. But it wasn't on Xbox. I wasn't going to buy a PlayStation just to play it, and I wasn't going to build a PC. Now, we're talking about the time period. We're talking about a time period well over a year ago that was just like a PC was definitely a lot more than buying a console is. That's not really not the case anymore, but because they're so friggin' crazy. But I've been playing the ever-loving hell out of Helldivers. I've had so much fun doing it. Alex has played with me once. Nick has been playing with me almost daily. Recently, the last couple of days, he's been like, you mind if I not play, Dad? I'm like, yeah, that's fine. It's very addictive because there's so many things that you can buy. So that's not the standard helmet or the standard cape or anything like that. There's all these different armors you can unlock. Some of them are just for show. Some of them do actually do different things to help you in the game. Same thing with the helmet, same thing with the weapons and stuff. You can spend money in the game. And I will be honest, I spent $20. I was just like, I sold something on my Etsy store. I was like, you know what? I've got $20. I'll throw $20 at this thing. And what that allowed me to do was to open up what they call war bonds. And the war bonds are different groupings of weapons and armor and stuff. But then once you unlock that, you still have to grind to actually be able to unlock those things. So wish I could find I should go look through and see if I can find a menu for it. But literally, so like I opened up, I was trying to do farming for different things in the game. And I was like, okay, well, what can I do to help me farm? And it turns out some of the armor that you can get in the Halo thing that they did a Halo crossover, is if you use the Halo armor, it makes it so enemies have a harder time to see you because you're sneakier, but it also makes it so that you can find points of interest on the map much easier. And I was like, well, that would be great. So I unlocked it and I played and I unlocked the armor or whatever. And I do switch in and out of the armor depending on the missions. This is just, random gameplay of someone playing it or whatever. But like what he's doing right now, collecting medals, those are how you unlock other things as well. And so like it's gotten to the point in the mornings, I wake up, I get the boys up, I take care of the animals, I get dressed and stuff. And I used to just kind of like burn time until it was, time to go, time to go to work. But I've been getting up and getting all that stuff done and playing Helldivers for about 20 minutes before I go to work. And wow. It's just fun. But like every day there's like these big missions they have. So they'll have these missions that may last for 5 or 6 days. And it's like, we need to take back this planet. But the thing is maybe we don't have the planet next to it. And so everyone has to get on and play so they can take back that planet and then take back the other planet. And then you may get 45 or 55 medals that you can use to unlock stuff. But every day there's a personal mission you can do. And so like today's mission was kill 400 of the, these are the Terminids. These are the bug creatures, right? And, the small guys are just look like bugs or whatever. But as you start getting bigger and bigger, kind of like that one that's kind of marching this way, they start looking more and more like some of the stuff that's in Starship Troopers. And dude, it's so awesome. Let me see if there's any gameplay here where he's doing the robots. I'll see like that guy right there. Hmm. And see, like, you can kill all these different things. Oh, yeah. So here's like you can do upgrades to your ship that unlock different things. Like there's so many like little intricate things that you can do going in here. I need to see if I can find some. There's a big bug right there.
You know what this kind of reminds me of? You ever play Lost Planet?
I haven't.
Oh, you never played those games?
No.
Yeah, especially Lost Planet 2. This kind of reminds me a little bit of that. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So, okay. So the other thing is there's certain weapons you can get, and I do have some of them. So like this is some of the stuff that you can unlock. You can get different weapons and this, that, and the other, different orbital drops and all this other stuff. But like some of the weapons, like it's a shoulder mounted like rocket launcher, and then you've got a backpack that's on it. Well, of course you pull it out, you fire it at a big thing, and then you have to drop to a knee, pull it down, eject, pull the next one out, load it, and all this while shit is coming at you. So, you've got to be very strategic about when you're doing this. Unless you get one of your buddies to have the backpack, then quite literally you can stand there with the rocket launcher. They can stand next to you. You fire, he loads it for you. You fire again, and you just keep going. When you get into a mission and you've got some people that, you can trust and you're playing with, it is so much fucking fun. I've had so much fun playing this fucking game, dude. I need to see if I can find some of the automatons.
This is crossplay on different platforms?
PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. Complete crossplay. Now, apparently the one thing is if your account was on PlayStation and you decide to play on PC, it doesn't carry your stuff over. So if you've unlocked a bunch of stuff, you got to go back to playing it on your original, whatever you started playing it on. But
I might have, if that goes on sale on PlayStation, I might pick that up.
Oh my God. If you started playing this with me, it would be the best fucking thing ever. Okay. Maximum difficulty. Now here's one of the problems that I'm having with this game is I'm trying to grind. Let me see if I can see here. I'm trying to grind and I'm trying to unlock stuff. And so like, I'm like, hey, let's do a measured event on this. Let's make this measured so that we can actually get stuff done. But Nick was like, no, let's play Super Hell Dive. Let's play Hell Dive. Let's play where it's just like, as soon as you land, you're fucking overrun. I'm just like, dude, this isn't fun. I'm not having fun. It's too much. But yeah, like you can play up to, and it's four people per group or whatever. Let me see here. See if I can find some of these robots. So like that, yeah, that's like one of the rocket launchers there. But like the normal robots look like Terminators, and then of course they just keep getting bigger and meaner and everything else. Come on.
I like that one game we were playing.
Oh yeah, that was a lot of fun. This has so much more depth to it, though. I think. Yeah. So like there are these AT-AT walkers. There's that big walker that's up there.
That's cool.
And then they have these are the original two that you would fight. You would fight automatons, which are the robots, and they're very much based off of Terminator. You fought the Terminids, which are very much based off of Starship Troopers. And then they've recently, within the last, 6 months, with last year or whatever, they added another group. And this group is basically like zombie aliens. So like they're very much like zombies in the way that they hoard and stuff, but their spaceships are literally like flying saucers. Like it very much dips into that kind of retro type style or whatever. But it is so over the top. The language and just the stuff is just like, I'm trying to think, for freedom. Like it's just everything is, when you first land, it's like every day is a good day to die for liberty. And it's like, okay, I'm killing a bunch of bugs. I don't know how much liberty I'm bringing to this planet, but whatever. So, but yeah, it is a hell of a lot of fun. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing. Now, as to, let me go back over here. So the other thing I've been doing is I've been playing this game called Twilight Imperium. I've been playing it online. This is the 8-hour board game that I play from time to time. I'm actually going next weekend to play that. But between playing that online and playing Helldivers, like that's what I do. That's what I've been doing. I don't know what it is, but I have never been this burned out in at least my adult life that I can think of. I am so done with everything that's going on right now. And it's not even like it's hard. It's not like my job is super hard or anything like that. But I quite literally come home and just like we cook dinner. Christy's in the same boat. We come home, we cook dinner, we eat, we visit. And then she's been like taking a shower and going to read or watch TV. And then like Nick and I'll get on and play Helldivers. And Alex will get on and play something else. And that's our nights. And then the weekends are kind of the same thing. Like we are just trying to survive at this point to get through this school year. We still have next week to go through. I know there's some places in Texas that are already done. Like they were already done, but my school district goes for freaking ever. But yeah, like this is what I've been doing. And to answer the question, where have all the streams gone? I keep thinking I might stream Helldivers. In fact, I might do it this week. Who knows? Maybe I'll do it this weekend. I just haven't I've been so tired and so burned out. I'm like, I just want to go home and turn off my brain and kill some giant bugs or zombies or robots or whatever and just not think about anything. Except for how do I get to the next level? How do I unlock this next thing? That's the one thing I've been focusing on because I'll keep telling the boys, they're like, Dad, like you're really into this. Cause I'll be like, so I was researching and if you get this armor and you do this will help you farm this. And they're just like, okay, Dad, sure. Whatever. So, let's see.
Dad's making the cool thing not cool. Dad's making the cool thing not cool.
Yeah, pretty much. A little behind here. I loved Helldivers too, but I haven't played it in a while. Okay, so that was the other thing. Last line. So Alex played it when it first came out, and then stopped playing it for quite a while. He's only played it once or twice since we've started playing it again. He's a grandpa now. Well, back in my day, it was much harder to get XP, and we didn't have things like tanks and mechs, and you couldn't do customizations for your guns and stuff. And I'm like, all right, Grandpa. Like, yes, it's a different game. I get it. Oh, there's Jon Snow. Sleepy kitty.
Yeah, he's passed out.
Hi, boy. I'm tempted to get back in, but I have my war bonds maxed out, and I don't have super credits to buy a war bond for free. So I got to grind and farm. Last line, if you get back into it and you want to start doing some grinding, I would totally be down for that, because that's the thing is I get into some of these matches. I'm trying to find people who are like, listen, guys, I'm grinding for samples. So we have to get every sample in the match. And I'll get into these matches and these guys will be like, cool, we got the main objective. Let's jet. And I'm like, what about all those samples? Like, I want to unlock stuff. So
if anybody finds out that it's on sale for PlayStation, physical or digital, let me know, because I would be interested in buying that.
Okay, then I may have to do a live stream just to get you to. Because if I can get you to play this, dude.
I think it's a requirement at this point that you do this.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay, I'll have to figure that out. So, zombie aliens, but they also have like retro alien sci-fi stuff as well as elites, like from Halo. Yeah, dude, it's it's cool because now I didn't start playing it in this part, but apparently like there's some missions that like went so badly that they like destroyed planets. Like they're just like, no, that planet's no longer a thing in this game. It's just completely gone. But the way they introduced the newest guys, the alien zombie guys, was literally like they were attacking Super Earth, the home planet or whatever, and so everyone had to go defend Super Earth. It's funny because like in the mornings when I'll get on, it'll say there's maybe 500, 1,000 guys playing, so very, very little. And then some nights I'll jump on and it's like there's 65,000 players on there. I'm just like, that's a lot of players. That's a lot of people fighting bugs and shit. So don't forget the automations are a bunch of communists. Yeah, they are. Because it's all about liberty and freedom, dude. Anyway, so but that's what I've been doing, and yeah, I may have to do a live stream or two. So the thing is, though, is I want to play multiple players because that's where I heard people talk about. They're like, I played it, but played it single player, and I'm like, no, I get it. If you're just playing this game single player, it's okay. It's a good game, but it's not great. It's the multiplayer where you're like running around as a squad or being like, all right, so let's split up. We'll take this side of the map and you take this side of the map. And, you know, all of a sudden, like, I hear Nick going, oh, crap. And I'm just like, all right, well, I guess I got to go over there and save the boy. Of course, more than likely, he's coming over to save my ass. So it's like, I got you, Dad.
It's like Call of Duty, you know, single player, it's all right.
Yeah.
Multiplayer is where that's the game, you know.
Yeah. Devastator Mega says it's $35 physical copy on Amazon, $40 PlayStation Store. So
okay,
just
I'll check. I'm gonna look around because I am interested. So, but I need to see you stream first before
okay, then challenge accepted. So I'm just gonna pop this on real quick just so that we can see here. Yeah, and then when you like get super hardcore in this game, which I don't think I will ever be, like this is like I think the maximum level. So he's like running around. Constantly got stuff shooting at him, but he's not like okay. What's going on with this video? Yeah. Running around. Yeah, there you go. Oh, that's one of the big boys is around the corner there shooting flames at him. Like it gets crazy. As you can see. It's so much fun. Freaking love
you need
to
stream it. I want to see you playing it.
Yep, absolutely. Awesome. All right. Well, that is our show for the month. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to do another one the rest of this month. We'll see. If we do another one, it'll be in 2 weeks. So we'll go from there. But let's go ahead and let's see. Thanks to everyone in the chat real quick. Devastator Omega was here. Last Line Official. Where else? Last Line. Devastator Omega. I know my boy was here. Tricone was here. Silver Wings was here. You know, some of our normals weren't here. That was kind of odd. Like
I think it might be
Bass wasn't here, so
yeah. Bass, I think Bass actually did stop in for a second.
Okay. So
maybe not. I don't
just
know.
kind of scrolling through here. But we had a good chat. We had a great chat. Even though we maybe didn't have a huge number of people, we had a lot of talking going on because everybody has thoughts about pizza. Everybody has a thought about Toys R Us.
Oh my God, I want to go to one of those Pizza Huts so bad.
I know, right? Dude, it looks so much fun. So Silver Wings and Tricome, absolutely, yes. Thanks, Last Line. But yeah, seriously, Last Line, if I may just go and put my friend code in on Size Discord and just be like, hey, if anyone wants to jump in and ever play with me, that'd be awesome. I'd love to do it. So I guess that's about it. Cyrus, where could we find you online?
Super Mega Gravity 64 and other places, wherever, here.
Streaming Switch 2 and PlayStation 5. I think I heard you got a PlayStation 5.
I don't know if you know this. I'm actually going to make some new t-shirts for my channel, and one of them is a picture of a PS5 Pro, and it says, I don't know if I ever mentioned this. That's all it is.
That would be awesome. I would love that so much.
Yeah, I'm going to make some fun shirts. Jon Snow shirts.
Oh, God, yes.
We're going to have some fun. We're going to have a good time.
Hell yeah. As for me, you can find me online at Optimus Gene, and then of course epicallygeeky.com, where we do all the different shows, that including this show. We're actually doing another stream tomorrow night. We're doing the creative show and interviewing another cosplayer, so that should be a lot of fun. And then not this weekend, but the next weekend, we're doing a book review. I haven't read the book yet, so I got to get on that. That's got to be a thing that has to happen. So. Toys R Us this weekend, absolutely Devastator, absolutely.
Yes, that's my plan right now. Yes.
So, all righty then, guys. Hope everyone had a good show, and we'll see y'all next time. Make sure to check out epicallygeeky.com, where you can find all of the shows that we do, including the Epically Geeky Show, Marginally Geeky Book Club, Creatively Geeky, Sustainably Geeky, EG Live, and EG Gaming. But before you do, make sure to like and subscribe here on YouTube. And if you're a person with a human-style body, why not head over to our TeePublic store and grab a t-shirt, hat, shorts, or whatever else they sell to cover that body. You can find the link in the show notes. And thanks for supporting us here at Epically Geeky. See you next time.
What's the twist? What's the score?